Welcome to my call for justice spell. This is the second spell in a 3-part series. This spell is going to be focused on the lies of the accuser and ceasing them. So right now I am putting my victory sigil, which I did in the first spell, on triangles which represent the elements earth, air, fire, and water. I'm using red ink, which is the color of power, vitality. It's the color of justice. I'm also going to be doing a justice jar, which is basically a karma jar, but it is going to be focused solely on the lies pertaining to this case. I'm also going to be doing some very powerful candle magic. Right now I am getting the goddess candle, and I am going to adhere the large triangle to the plate. The large triangle represents the element of spirit, and in effect the goddess is securing the victory. So in my candle magic portion, I'm going to be assigning each candle its own directive. And these directives are going to be what is working against the accuser. Right now I am just putting the goddess candle back in its place. I'm relighting the goddess candle. And you can see right here my victory sigil that I did in the first spell. And as I'm doing this spell, it's activated. It's for victory. You want to time these spells right so that your victory sigil, which is done in henna ink, is still on when you go to your court case. Right now I'm about to make my herbal mixture, which is going to be the dressing for my candles. Right now I'm adding poppy seed. Poppy seed adds confusion. It's very easy to remember the truth, but when you're telling a lie and confusion is added, the truth normally comes out. Right now I'm adding peppercorns, and peppercorns are going to burn on the tongue of the accuser. This is deer tongue. Deer tongue is truth, truth and communication. I'm adding cinnamon. Cinnamon is a catalyst which strengthens and fortifies every other aspect of my work. Now I'm going to grind together the herbal mixture. As I do, I'm going to call on the goddess once more. Hecate Kleidoshos, Adonai, Brimo, Cathonia, Didochos, Damasandra, Cortrophos, Kainegetis, Lampadios, Mene Mormos Sotera. And I say that 3 times. And loosely translated, it means something to the effect of Keeper of the keys of the mysteries of life and death, Queen of the underworld, angry at the injustice bestowed upon the innocent. As protector of the innocent, she subdues the wrongdoer called man. She bears a torch which lights my path. She's a leader of the hounds that subdue the prey. Moon Mother, my deliverance. Moon Mother, my deliverance. Moon Mother, my deliverance. So right now I'm about to prepare my candles, and each candle is going to have a particular directive. I'm carving into the black candle the name of the accuser, which is going to go into the middle of the spell plate, and surrounding is going to be all the aspects that are working against him. The blue candle is for truth. The white candle represents the goddess, which alone is most powerful. With all the other aspects, the purple candle represents my ancestral spirits, which I call on to assist me in all my work. It's a very powerful tool. Now I'm doing the truth candle. And that's really the most important thing. I have truth on my side. Red is for justice. Justice being served. And in the universe, all things will come to balance. The orange candle represents victory, my victory sigil. Whenever you are carving the candles, drive your intention into each one. Now I am going to anoint my candles with the justice oil that I made in the first spell. And it has ginger, calendula, it has mint oil, cinnamon. It has a lot of components, and each one is very significant and are working toward victory and justice. So this candle magic is going to really, it builds up a lot of energy. That's why you want to be sure your circle is cast, because you're building up energy into your circle, and at the end when you open your circle, this is going to rush into the universe, all your intention. I like to have music whenever I'm doing my spell work. To me, music is energy. Now I'm going to dress my candles. Be sure that when you anoint and dress your candles that you put a good amount, but not too much, because you don't want the oil and excess herbs to cause a fire. You don't want your candles to burn down and not be able to use divination, the ceromancy, to read the candles as they burn. Some will burn more erratically than others. You want to look at the smoke that comes out. Is it producing a lot of smoke, no smoke? All these things tell you a lot. The wax, and when it burns down at the very end, can tell you a great deal. If your spell plate just burns up because you put too much herbs and oil, then you're really cheating yourself out of a powerful divination tool. You want that layer of energy, of course, but you don't want to overdo it.
I feel like everything's so different now. Sitting by the fire as we'd watch the flames burn out.
So right now I am placing the candle that represents the accuser into the middle of the spell plate. And so basically I'm going to be saying, your lies stop today. Your lies are like a rock upon your tongue. Your tongue has become the rock. It's a heavy burden in your mouth. The lies that you're telling will spoil. They were sour and rot upon your tongue. And now I'm going to place each of the aspects that are going to be working against the accuser. The first being the goddess Hecate. Next is the ancestral spirit candle. If you don't have a connection or you do not work with your ancestral spirits, this is a great tool. Set up an altar and get that connection. It's a very powerful tool. And here is the truth. Next is the victory sigil candle. I'm sorry, it's justice. This is the justice candle. The universe, the goddess, will make things just. Whenever you place your candles, be sure and speak out loud what the directive of each candle is. This will bring clarity and no confusion. Here's the victory sigil candle. And I'm going to be placing this spell plate to the side so that I can focus on the justice jar. So I'm going to clean up my area because I think it's very important that your work area be very clean and free of debris. Negativity likes to cling onto debris and messiness, and I want everything to be very positive. So I'm just sliding my plate over so that I can work on making my justice jar. The justice jar can be used daily as long as your case is going on because it's focusing solely on the case. So the chili is representative of the tongue of the accuser, and this is symbolic of severing the lies from the tongue of the accuser. Now I'm going to place a rock on the chili, which is the rock being heavy upon the tongue. Next, I'm taking the bay leaves and I'm going to be soaking them in vinegar. And vinegar is the souring aspect. This is symbolic of the lies souring upon the tongue.
Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky.
The next bay leaf is going to be burned in my cauldron. This is representing the aspect of the lies burning on the tongue of the accuser. Whenever you're doing this, drive your intent into each aspect. That's a lot of flames for 2 bay leaves. This has a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of emotion went into this work. Right here, I'm really driving my energy and my intent into it. I'm making sure the lies are completely burned. Now I'm going to say my incantation once more. Which is Hecate, Kleidoshos, Odonai, Borimo, Cathonia, Didochus, Damasandra, Cortrophos, Kinegatus, Lampadios, Minimormo, Misotera.
Show me proof that there is something more.
Basically, I'm saying, Goddess, hear my plea, see the injustice being done, and bring forth your wrath, your justice, which is swift and harsh. For I am the innocent. Placing in the justice jar the bay leaves that represent the souring lies, the tongue, the heavy burden, I'm going to add the ashes, which represent the burning of the lies upon the tongue. I'm going to add the rest of my vinegar, which sours the lies upon the tongue. The poppy seed, which causes confusion and the truth to come out. The deer tongue, the peppercorn, and the cinnamon are all going in to the justice jar. And you can keep a candle burning on this justice jar as long as you are there to make sure that it doesn't go awry. You can do it constantly. It builds so much energy. Now I'm going to first I'm going to take my black candle, which is the accuser, and I'm going to seal the justice jar, which is in effect sealing the fate of the accuser. Now I'm just placing the candle back onto the spell plate. And I'm going to light each of my candles. First that of the accuser, And I'm stating out loud what each candle, once again, is for, to clear up any confusion, to make the directive very plain stated. I lit the goddess, the ancestral spirits, the victory. I lit the truth, and I'm going to light the justice and fairness. I'm going to watch my candles as they burn. I'm going to meditate over the spell plate. I'm going to be able to divinate and see. Right here is at the end. I wanted you to see basically what was going on. The accuser candle melted down very fast. All the other candles burnt inward into the accuser candle, essentially overpowering that candle, which is already out basically. All the other candles burnt very strong right up to the end. You see how they're all going inward? Even the ones that are flat. Some of them, a couple of them were on an incline. I tried to make most of them be not. But it's very curious because they really all gravitated. They knew their directive. So I let it burn down for a little while longer, and you can see here how everything burnt into the plate. They all came in to do what they're meant to do. Thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.